Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuckahoe Zoning Board of Appeals public meeting of Wednesday, May 11th, 2016. First I'd like to do is a pledge of allegiance, please. I have no special pledges tonight, so we can get right with it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Nancy, please call the roll.
Member Ringwald.
Present.
Member Palladino.
Present.
Member Chapman.
Present.
Chairman Garrett.
Present. Note the absence of Member Scalzo, who did text me last minute and said he's held up at a business meeting and regretfully cannot make tonight's meeting. Okay, so we have no new applications tonight. No, we need to do, I'm sorry, the approval of the minutes of April 13th, 2016. If everyone has reviewed, does anyone have any changes, additions, deletions?
No changes.
Okay, great. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of April 13th, 2016?
Motion.
I have a motion, second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so that's done. We have 10 Fisher Avenue, that is adjourned. We have 57 Roger Street, a variance to construct a new one-family house, that is adjourned.
The applicant has requested an adjournment for this evening, and he would like it on for next month.
Okay, I have no problem with that. Everyone okay with that? I mean, we don't need a vote on that. Just want to make sure everyone's okay with that because it was a last-minute thing. But we have been working on it. 68 Marbledale, that's also adjourned, but I want the public to know that this is a little more complicated. And I have personally been meeting with the applicant, explaining the situation to him and what he needs to do, and that this is a very understanding board and is very understanding of the businesses and the challenges that they face. And I will be reporting to the board. I'll be meeting with the applicant and seeing what his progress is for new ideas. So I'll be reporting that to the board, and we will try and do our best to assist businesses in this community to survive and figure out how they can make things work within the current zoning laws. Next is 27 High Street. We have an open public hearing on that or closed?
You've opened it, you continued it last time, so
Okay.
probably hear from the applicant and then continue the public hearing.
All right, so the applicant of 27 South High Street, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record again, please.
August 27th, High Street.
Okay, great. Has there been any changes or anything in this application, sir?
No.
Okay, great. So thank you for that. I believe that, is anybody wants to ask any questions of the applicant?
No further questions.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask for a motion to reopen the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm making the motion, I'm sorry. So we have a second from Nate. All in favor? Aye. Is anyone from the public wishes to come up and speak again for 27 South High Street on the fence? Seeing none, I'm going to ask this time for a motion to close the public hearing on 27 South High Street.
I make that motion.
Anyone second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, the public hearing is now closed. Do we have anyone who has a motion that they'd like to read into the record?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the area variance in the form of a resolution. Okay. The application for area variance is requested by Stephen Cox, whose address is 27 South High Street, Tuckahoe, New York, Section 29, Block 7, Lot 1, for relief from the following section of the zoning code, 4-3.4.4 exceptions to yard requirements, and 5-1.3, fences and hedges. Secra resolution. Based on this application, as submitted, this zoning board of appeals finds and determines that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of secra and its implementing regulations. 2, this zoning board of appeals is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed area variance application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action.
So that's the secra, oh, sorry. That's the secra, so we're looking for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait, now, I'm sorry, Nancy, call the roll. I apologize.
Member Ringwald,
Approved.
Member Palladino,
Approved.
Member Jackman,
Approved.
Chairman Gallo.
Abstain. As a neighbor of mine, to avoid any potential conflicts, I wish to abstain. Okay, now, do we have another motion?
Have a motion, again for the area variance in the form of a resolution. Applicant seeks to legalize a patio and fence located on his property at 27 South High Street, Tuckahoe. The zoning code calls for fences on the side yard to be no more than 5 feet in height, and the applicant proposes a fence that is 6 feet in height. Further, since this is an attached house, the applicant proposes to legalize his patio, which goes right to the property line on the side of the house that is attached to the neighboring property.
Okay,
Recommendation
I'm sorry, I apologize. I thought.
Recommendation is for an area variance to be granted as the benefit to the applicant of the area variance outweighs the detriment to health, safety, and the welfare of the neighborhood. The applicant has demonstrated through its submissions and presentation that it has met all aspects of the 5-prong test to the satisfaction of this board.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion on the floor for 27 South High Street to approve the area variance for the fence that exceeds the maximum height to maximum height. Do I have a second?
Second.
All, okay, and Nancy, please call the roll.
Member Ringwald,
In favor?
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Jackman,
In favor.
Chairman Gallo.
I abstain. Thank you. All right, congratulations, you're approved. Sir, one quick question. How long you lived here?
4 years.
4 years. And so far, so good?
Yeah, very nice. I rented for 2 years and bought.
And do you think Tuckahoe's a great place? Well, we all know it's a great place, so we welcome you to the community, and I don't want to ever discourage you from volunteering and doing whatever you can for this community, because it's only a great place based on the people that step up and make it great. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next one is 86 Main Street. Please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record, please, for again, even though we already have it.
Julio Rodriguez and Crystal Madison Rodriguez from 42 Mountaindale Road, Yonkers, New York, 10710, representing the property at 86 Main Street.
Okay, great. Sir and ma'am, have there been any changes to this application since we heard you last month?
No, sir.
Okay, great. All right, so what I'm going to do is, since there's no changes to ask you about, I'm going to ask you to sit down, and we're going to, I'm going to ask for a motion to reopen the public hearing on 86 Main Street. Does anyone have a motion to do that?
I have a motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the public hearing for 86 Main Street is reopened. If there's anyone from the public that wishes to give us any input? No? Okay, great. I'm going to make a motion to close the public hearing on 86 Main Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we have the completed public hearing. We've heard the application. There's been a lot of work on this application. I just want the public to understand. And I always want to reiterate this to the public, that this is a board that is working during the off time. So while we're not on television, we're working with the village building department, with the village legal department, with applicants, with various, the police department, everything, and I'm extremely proud of the work that is done by this all-volunteer board. Is there someone that would like to make a motion for 86 Main Street?
I have a motion.
All right, sir, please read the motion form of resolution.
I have a motion in the form of a resolution. This application for a special permit requested by USA Goju Ryu Karate Do, Inc., whose address is 86 Main Street, Tuckahoe, New York, Section 28, Block 5, Lot 1, for a special permit pursuant to section of the zoning code 6-1, SECRA resolution. Pursuant to the regulations of SECRA, this board finds that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. 2, this board is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed site plan application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action.
This is the secret resolution, or, okay, so we have a secret resolution in the form of a motion on the floor for 86 Main Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
Nancy, please call the roll.
Member Ringwald,
In favor?
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Jackman,
In favor.
Chairman Gallo.
In favor. Okay, is there any other resolutions?
Yes, I have a resolution for the special permit. Applicant USA Goju Ryu Karate Do, Inc. seeks a special permit from this board to obtain a martial arts school at 86 Main Street, Tuckahoe. 86 Main Street is an existing building which offers no off-street parking. There is metered parking along Main Street at the proposed location. The location of the proposed business is located at a busy intersection on Main Street and Fairview Avenue. The application, through its presentation, has made a number of representations of how it is to operate the business in light of there being no off-street parking and the volume of traffic at the proposed location. The board has reviewed the application carefully, applying the standards of 6-1 to the proposed business and the proposed operation of business. It is determined that the application for a special permit be granted with the conditions consistent with the applicant's presentation to this board. The conditions of the special permit are as follows. 1, the hours of operation shall be from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 2, there shall be a minimum of 30 minutes between classes. 3, there shall be a maximum of 12 students per class. 4, adults dropping off children must legally park their vehicles and escort the child to the facility. The procedure for picking up shall be the same, where the adult must physically enter the facility to pick up the child. At no time shall the adult double park and allow the child to enter or exit the facility unattended. Failure to comply with any of these conditions shall be cause to revoke this approved site plan. As a further condition of this approval, the special permit shall be approved for a period of 2 years, at which point the applicant must come back to this board to extend the permit.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve 86 Main Street for a teaching martial arts facility. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, before we go into the roll call, I'm going to call for discussion, and I also want to clarify with legal and building as far as planning board.
Correct, they still have to go for site plan. They're before the planning board, I
Is
believe.
that mic on?
Should be. Is it on?
Okay, now.
Okay, so what happens is, if this board approves the special permit, then they must go before the planning board for site plan approval. That, I believe, is next Tuesday. So they will
Was
be
there a
going-
preliminary beforehand?
Oh, they've been on the work sessions
So there was a work session
for the
and
planning
the
board.
general, from the planning board.
And the indication,
Recommendation, I think, was a positive.
It was a positive recommendation. I think what they were thinking were basically the same conditions that you're proposing. And these are the conditions that the applicant actually set forth in their presentation. So what they've just done is they're inclined to implement those and put them in their resolution also.
So the planning board is concerned, is in approval, but is all very concerned about.
Again, there's been no vote, but the indication at the work session was favorable.
All right, so I'm going to call for discussion. I'm going to go first, and as I've said to this applicant in the work session, I have no doubt your concern for the children of this community and any community. But this is, one of the problems we have in this community, and we've been wrestling with this, is parking, traffic. And that spills over to danger to children. So there's been a number of restrictions put on you to make sure that you do your best, and I'm sure you will, and you'll make sure your applicants and the parents do their best to make sure that the safety of the children come number one. Okay? All right, any other discussion?
Just to clarify, you have a 2-year lease on the building, correct? Okay. We just want to make sure we tied that up for you.
I think you get it. I mean, in the work session, and Ron, Mr. Gallo just pointed out that the importance of making sure the parents do not let the children run across the street. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're good? Okay, so Nancy, please call the roll.
Yes. Member Ringwald,
In favor?
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Jackman,
In favor.
Chairman Gallo.
In favor.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Make it work. Okay. We've got,
25 Columbus, right?
yeah, let me just adjourn 65 Marbledale before we do 125 Columbus. 65 Marbledale, which is Westies, which is complicated. It's in addition to the variances and the viewing, I just want the members of the community to know that Member Ringwald and I did meet with the building inspector and the code enforcement officer at the site to go over everything that is proposed and what was proposed in the past and what has been accomplished and what was not accomplished and what our options are. And then clearly DEC is going to be involved in this. We also dealt with this extensively at our work session, so the public should know very much that this board is working very feverishly on this to make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and that is adjourned for tonight. So the final one I'm going to call up is 125 Columbus. Are they here? It's him? It's you? Okay. I didn't realize when I shook your hand in the, I didn't realize that that's why you were here, so I apologize.
No, it's no problem. Thank you.
Okay, so has there been any changes to your application for 125 Columbus since the last?
No, sir.
No, none whatsoever. Okay, great. We still have the public hearing open?
It's open.
Well, it was, we
Continued
left it
until
open,
tonight. You left
right.
it open till tonight.
So I'm going to make I will be making a motion to reopen the public hearing on 125 Columbus Avenue. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public hearing's open. Is anyone out there who would like to speak to this matter right now? Seeing none, I will ask for a motion to close the public hearing on 125 Columbus Avenue. Do I have the motion?
I have a motion to close.
Okay, that's Member Ringwald is the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
The second is made by Member Palladino. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so does anyone have a motion in the form of resolution that they'd like to read as far as, I think, we go with secret first, is that correct? Yes, okay.
I have a motion in the form of resolution, amendment to special permit approval. The application for an amendment to a previously granted special permit requested by Transform Fitness, whose address is 125 Columbus Avenue, Tuckahoe, New York, Section 34, Block 5, Lot 1. Based on this application as submitted, the Zoning Board of Appeals finds and determines that the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. The This zoning board of appeals is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the
Oops, sorry.
as to the environmental significance of the proposed area variance application. That the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor for a secret for 125 Columbus Avenue. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Member Palladino. Nancy, please call the roll on secret for 125 Columbus Avenue.
Member Ringwald,
In favor?
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Jackman,
In favor.
Chairman Gallo.
In favor. Okay, do I have anyone that would like to put forth a motion in the form of a resolution?
I have a motion in the form of a resolution. Applicant Transform Fitness seeks to amend its special permit from this board to allow a physical therapist to operate within the approved physical fitness center. This board finds that such amendment will not substantially alter the fitness center's operation, nor will it conflict in any way with the previous approval of this board. In applying Section 6.1 of the zoning code to this application, this board finds that the applicant has met the standards for the amended special permit, and that thus this application is approved.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. You okay, village attorney?
Sorry,
We're good?
there's a motion you need.
Yeah, I just didn't, I wasn't sure whether you had.
You look like you were making notes there. We weren't sure.
And, well, maybe we were reading something incorrect. I just want to double check. Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to approve the special permit to add a physical therapist office for 125 Columbus Avenue. Do I have a second?
Second.
Nancy, please call the roll.
Member Ringwald,
In favor?
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Jackman,
In favor.
Chairman Gallo.
In favor. Okay, thank you. And
Thank you very much.
my only comment is I hate to tire.
Okay.
It doesn't have to, I mean, look, I can't tell you to get rid of it, and they want it out there.
Okay.
I hate it.
Maybe at least put it up against the building. Or that can be the last workout of the day, is to get it up against the building. Or
That's no problem. I think we actually we moved them all over towards the fence, and then we'll move them closer into the building. We're
Maybe-
getting rid of two of
Maybe
them.
throw a tarp over them. I understand you want to use them and everything, but
Well, in fairness, I drive by and you have one now up against the fence, which is a lot less obtrusive than 5 or 6 or whatever was
think
out
you-
there.
Yeah, we're getting rid of two as well.
And thank you for working with members of the community. It sounds like you guys have been in discussions and being productively neighborly with your friends
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely.
and welcome the community. And remember when they come around with the cup in hand for the little donations, that be a good neighbor and
We love being here. We appreciate it very much.
all right, thank you very much.
I was also glad to see that you were very neighborly and willing to listen to the people when they, about things that they had to say, and that you gave out your phone number, in other words, if there was excessive noise or anything else.
Yeah.
Yes, we have no problem. We also went over across the street, and I introduced myself to the security guards in the building across the street and spoke to other people, asked them if they had any issues. I gave my phone number and then my personal cell. So if anyone has any problems, we spoke to the police as well. That we just want to be an asset to the community and not give any type of trouble.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Good luck.
So, we have any old business, new business anyone wants to bring up? Okay, seeing none, I will make a motion to close the zoning board of appeals meeting of Tuckahoe, New York, of Wednesday, May 11th, 2016. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, good night, Tuckahoe.
That is a record.